Fabulous. Right, so what I want to do is go through the kind of do's and don'ts of nutrition, and I think it's good as a bit of a refresher, but it's also really good if you are new to the world of macros and tracking and all of this kind of this side of things. So we're going to get into it, and there's going to be lots and lots of different angles. This is being recorded on Zoom for my clients, but also on Instagram as well. So we're kind of double prong attacking this. But this is if fat loss is the goal, if understanding health is the goal, if learning what you are putting into your body is the goal, this is what it comes down to. It all comes down to nutrition and trying to ultimately get as much bang for your buck as you can possibly get. Now, I'm going to start by talking about Easter. This is Thomas's egg. No one ever buys me Easter eggs. Sad times. Never happens. But this is Thomas's Easter egg. Okay, so a 25-gram serving of this Easter egg is 130 calories, which I don't think is too bad, in all honesty. This might be slightly higher than normal because it's like it's got the crunchy bits inside of the chocolate. But I want to show you guys what that actually looks like. So for me, and I mean Thomas has already started this egg, but this is probably how we would do it inside this household. If we were going to be having an Easter egg, I think we'd both be hard pushed to eat this like full in one go. There's no judgment. You're going to eat it one way or the other, depending on how long it takes you. But what I would be looking to do is go, right, okay, I would measure that out, 25 gram. So I've got my weighing scales. Oh, it's 26 grams. Oh, I've cut it in half by accident. That's too much. Eat that bit. Suddenly 1 gram less, isn't it? That doesn't get counted. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But that's it. That's 25 grams. So this bit here, that would be your allowance. 130 calories, that is your allowance. Now, you guys get to decide, is this worth it or not? Nobody can decide this for you. Now, ultimately, you could eat this entire egg, and if it fits within your calories, that could be you. And you go, right, well, I just want to live on chocolate, and you could still drop body fat doing that. Would I recommend it? Would I fuck? But the principle still stands. It can be done. So a little bit of chocolate, if you like a bit of chocolate in your day, can absolutely be done. But if you've had an Easter egg, I mean, what's this entire egg? Da, 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 da. I don't think they've put that on there in an easy to read format, which is unshocking. Yeah, that would be really awkward to try and work that out now, which is so there's 12 portions of 25 grams, which that's an arse of a calculation if ever I saw one. So this is it. They even deliberately make this hard for you to understand on the box, which is just a bit annoying, isn't it? But the point being, Easter is done. If you've still got any chocolate, try and have a little bit of portion control every single day, build it in, and you can absolutely fit the egg in. Now, as an adult, if you've got like 58 eggs to get through, I'd probably start questioning your life choices and going, that's just not sensible. Even if you've got children and you think they've got an extremely high number of Easter eggs, like this is your role to parent and go, you know what? Maybe not. Like, we're really going to have to do some portion control here because I don't want my children consuming like loads of these. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not great. We kind of do want to be teaching them good nutritional habits at the same time, but we don't want guilt when it comes to Easter. It's past, it's happened, we move on, we get back on it. Now, one of the other things that confuses the hell out of people is carbohydrates. So just to be clear, there are three macronutrients. You've got protein, you've got fat, swearing at you all, and carbohydrates, okay? That's it. That's your macronutrient groups. And then what that breaks down to calorie wise, protein, 4 calories per every 1 gram. So 1 single gram that you would weigh out on these weighing scales. For protein, that would be 4 calories. Same for carbohydrates. I'm going to mute you, Demetra. Sorry. Oh, you've done it. Exactly the same for carbohydrates. So everybody thinks carbohydrates are the enemy. Everybody is wrong, unfortunately. Fats are actually 9 calories per every 1 gram. So they are over twice as much. So your fats are going to go, your fats, these guys are going to stretch a lot less far than what the protein and the carbohydrates are. But for every 1 gram of carbohydrates that you consume, you will hold around 4 to 5 grams of water retention. This is where everybody freaks out. This is why everybody goes, oh, carbohydrates, oh my God, carbohydrates are the enemy. They're not. It's just an illusion. This is also why when we enter women into a calorie deficit initially, they're going to drop weight a bit faster because you're losing predominantly water weight at first from a reduction in carbohydrates and overall food. And then you're going to start to drop the body fat again. So we're moving between those two motions. But what I want all of my clients to get really good at is understanding the label data. So when you're picking up products, when you're having a look, right, what's going to give me the most bang for my buck in terms of calories and obviously what you're actually buying. So if we look, now the clue is in this, it will actually tell you this. And if you are coached by me, I have obviously put a carbohydrate cheat sheet in, but carbohydrates typically expand when they are cooked. They absorb that water when they are actually being cooked. So we want to take that into consideration when we are doing our tracking and our measuring. Now, this pasta actually tells you. It tells you. So this one says amounts per serving, and it's not even hidden. It's right on the front of the packaging, literally bang smack center of the packaging. And it says amounts per serving, and in brackets, it says cooked. So when you come to scan this, you want to be very clear. Are you using the cooked weight or are you using the pre-cooked weight? Now, like I say, I have put a cheat sheet in for my clients. So if you are using pre-cooked or cooked, it will kind of work it out. But again, every brand is going to be slightly different. So it's only going to be a bit of a gauge anyway. But this is what you want to be able to identify. So pasta, you will have noticed it grows significantly bigger when it's actually cooked versus when it's obviously in its dry form. Rice gets a lot fluffier. Now, not this one. This one, really fucking helpful because all you have to do, they're taking the equation of it out of you. So you don't have to think with this kind of packet rice. It's up to you if you want to use it or not. Full disclaimer, I do. I'm busy. I don't have 1,000,001 hours to spend in the kitchen either, a lot like a lot of the corporate women that we coach. So getting options like this, especially for lunch as well, really, really easy. And you don't have to, what does it say? It actually says amounts per half a pack. And then in brackets, it says as sold. So this is not going to expand because it is already pre-cooked. So it's not going to change its state in any way, shape or form. So you know the 168 calories per half a bag is true to form and you don't have to piss around. You don't have to do anything differently, okay? It's already doing the job for you. So that's kind of making your life a bit easier. But when it comes to the pasta, just be careful what you are actually using because if you think 30 grams, and it's a really good experiment to do this, get 30 grams of pre-cooked and then cooked and you will see the difference. One of the biggest things we will always hear inside of Strong Her when a woman starts out is, oh shit, I didn't realize I was eating for a family of 4. Or I didn't realize my portions were a little bit on the larger side. And this is what you've got to get to really quickly and go, oh, okay. But you're only going to get there by accurately measuring, tracking, and weighing out. Also really important in the reverse diet phase. We don't have to do this forever. You don't have to weigh, track, and do everything forevermore. Once we're at a really good point, then this is a point where we can start to bring it away and go, right, okay, can we maintain what we've achieved without actually having to do this forevermore? But really good experiment to actually try that for yourself. Now, porridge oats is an interesting one. Now, remember this coming up the last time we did it. They don't actually specify, not on this packet anyway, whether it's cooked or uncooked weight. Now, for me, they always talk about in the ingredients, like if I actually, in the description, place 40 grams of oats into a saucepan. That clearly means place 40 grams of uncooked oats into a saucepan, right? So again, the clue is on the packaging with this, and then add your 250 mils of semi-skimmed milk, which you would have to weigh out separately, okay? So that would have to be a separately tracked item, or water. I feel like you're a bit of a psychopath if you do it with water, though. Does anyone do it with water? Cardboard oats. Now, don't get me wrong, you might, if you're using a protein powder or something to add in, it's already got a bit of flavour, but I would definitely be doing that with some form of milk, be it unsweetened almond milk, like it doesn't matter, but some kind of milk would be going in. But this is it. They're already telling you what they actually would like you to do. So with this one, it is pre-cooked whey. So it's going to feel like it goes quite far, which is amazing. Now, what we do, we have a spoon. That's perfect. That is, and like we've got loads of these spoons in completely different sizes, but that just lives in our oat packet because we both have oats every single day pre-pregnancy. They make me want to yak now, which is amazing. But that was my breakfast for, I want to say, like 6 years. I would have my oats. I have it cold, by the way. Also psychopath behavior. But I would use that NutriBullet right there. I put my 300 mils of whatever form of milk in, depending on whether I'm cutting, bulking, or anywhere in between. Put my 40 grams of oats in. I put my creatine in, and I blitz the whole lot together, and I just basically chug it back. And that would keep me going until about 11 o'clock. And it's really, really quick. I would have it straight after the gym. It just keeps me alive for a lot longer. But this is it. Learn your packaging, guys. It's really, really important because I can give you a bit of a meal guide as you come in, but it's only ever going to be a guide because every single brand is going to be completely different. So there are about 58,000 types of oats with completely varying calorie amounts. You want to make sure you know what you're actually picking. You want to make sure you know what you're going for. Right, so I want to show you olive oil. So olive oil, which I've already decanted into this little fungi. Olive oil is, or any kind of liquid, if you're trying to track them on a traditional kind of weighing scale, it is exceptionally challenging to do so. So I have this geezer. These are amazing, by the way. So this is a mini Pyrex from Morrison's. Best £2 you'll ever spend. Honestly, incredible. So at one side, say it's 5 mil, 10 mil, 20 mil, 30, 40. It's got fluid ounces on there. The other side, it says 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon, 1 shot. So it's got all of the different measurements in there. But what I want to show you, you won't be able to see it fully, but it'll give you a good idea. By the way, grams and mils are the same. Everyone gets really fucking confused by that. Same thing. You will be able to change all weighing scales by what measurements you're using, but like, don't panic. So I'm going to bring that back to 0, and I'm going to pour in 10 grams of olive oil. Ooh. Hang on, have I got this on the right way yet? Turning slightly. Teeny weeny bit more. Okay, so I am there. Now this unit has only picked up 8 grams, but my measurement guy, I am at 10 grams, which demonstrates it's not 100% accurate. But to give you some context on this, so this 10 mils is 82 calories, which is actually quite lean for an olive oil. But what a shit way to use calories, right? Like, genuinely, have you ever cooked or had anything and gone, oh my God, that olive oil was so delicious? I am made up about the fact that I chose to use olive oil. This is why baking, etc., are so high in calories. This is why if you're buying 20% fat mince or anything like that, it's going to be really high in calories compared to something like Frylight. Do you know what I mean? Really, really simple. Now, if you're reversing and you're going, oh my God, I don't know how to increase my calories. Great. Do you know what I mean? It's great. It's really easy. Liquid calories, you won't notice the difference. But if you're in a cut and your accuracy might not be bang on. If you don't have a mini Pyrex, which I'm going to assume no one does, we bought these as egg cups, by the way. Couldn't find egg cups, so we're like, this is going to be an egg cup. But it also comes in really handy for liquid tracking. Get some Frylight, 1 calorie a spray. That is literally it. Says it on the packet. You clearly know one, two, three, four, five, whatever, however many sprays you're doing, as long as you can fucking count, this is going to make your life a lot easier. But again, I would say to cook with, you're looking at sub 10 calorie sprays versus 81 calories for your olive oil. Now, again, this is also why salad dressings are exceptionally high in calories because this is fat. This is 100% fat. So it is your 9 calories per every 1 gram. So this is adding up really fucking quickly. Really, really quickly. So if I look at my Caesar salad dressing here, what are we looking at? So I've got loads of different condiments here because condiments are important also. They're one of the things people like to forget. Where are we? So this is 131 calories per 30 mil. Quite high. Do you know what I mean? It is quite high. Now, again, it's not inherently good for you. It's not inherently bad for you. It's just being aware. And this is just from, this is a little one. You will be able to shop for better options. But again, this is where when you go to the condiment aisle, actually start to look and be aware. But again, if I was having this, I would measure it into something where I think, right, okay, or I try and do the tablespoon. It's going to be really tricky for these guys, this weighing scale, to accurately pick up what's actually going on. Then you've got things like your chutney. Chutney, that's not what it's called. Relish, like burger relish salsa. So low in calories. So freaking low. Like if you do something like celery sticks, carrot sticks with a salsa, this is a burger relish, but they're basically same. Really, really low in calories, like great bang for your buck. Where's this one? So this one's 20 calories per 15 grams. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? That's absolutely nothing, is it? That's going to be a great option. This is Hellmann's Light Mayo. I don't find the cheaper brands are necessarily as good at the calories when it comes to mayonnaise. Obviously, that's a decision you've got to make. But again, start label hunting, start getting really familiar in terms of what you're looking at to go, oh, okay, that makes sense. So this one, it's usually, by the way, per 15 grams. If you want to accurately track across all things, try and use 100 grams because everything is in 100 grams. So you'll be able to actually identify what's better, what's not. But a lot of condiments do come in 15 grams next to it. So just make sure you're comparing apples with apples, not a 15 gram and a 25 gram serving. Just make sure they are the same. This one's 40 calories per 15 grams. So this is 20. Salad cream, which is one of my all-time favorites, 28 calories. And this is, so I bought them all the last time I did this, but I'm not going to keep buying all the salad cream in the world. There is a lighter salad cream that Morrison's sell, which sits next to their own version of the Morrison's, but they've got a lighter one, higher in calories. Apparently, it's lower in fat, and apparently it's lower in calories, which makes no sense. If something is lower in fat, it has to be lower in calories because we know it's 9 calories per 1 gram. So if it's less fat, it should be lower. If it is not, they're lying to you, and they are allowed to put anything on the label. There is no requirement in terms of you can say something is better for you. What does that mean? Lower fat. What does that mean? Compared with what? Do you know what I mean? It's ambiguous. Look at your damn labels. And ketchup, I was surprised at this one. I thought it'd be a lot higher. I don't like ketchup. I don't eat ketchup. This has probably been in our pantry for years. This one, 15 grams, 15 calories. So I actually thought that wasn't too bad, to be honest. So that's your ketchup servings, which is not bad. But one thing I will say, so things like this, the Caesar salad dressing, this is what I do. Again, I haven't got time. I like to just scan the back of this geezer and carry on about my day. And again, so this one, if we take this into, so this is per half a bag, is 143 calories. If we double it, we're talking less than 300, aren't we? It's not bad for a Caesar salad. So this one's the Aldi one. Obviously, they do them everywhere. but you know them. This is the exact portions. I'm not having to faff around with this guy. I'm not having to like build all of the bits and the pieces and weigh out my damn Parmesan cheese and all of that. Do you know what I mean? You just buy it and it's ready to go. So in some instances, looking at the ready-made options are going to serve a lot better. So I think that's all of my points. I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I went a million miles an hour like a freight train then. So you guys have obviously got access to the chat. I can't see Instagram's chat, unfortunately. I won't be able to answer that until afterwards. Do you guys have any questions about anything that I've kind of gone through in terms of tracking, weighing, measuring? No app is going to be 100% accurate. But again, you should know already. I want you guys to get so good at tracking that you already know if you scan it in and it's clearly wrong, you know it's clearly wrong. You already know the data before it's even going into that app. So the moment you see it, you go, oh shit, there's a bit of an error there. Now I can remove any item that somebody has just put in. I can remove the lot actually, but the idea is that people should be putting shit in accurately, so it should actually be more helpful than not. Otherwise, you all have to start putting it in, which I'd probably rather not do. So I've deliberately opted for that. But yeah, does anyone have any questions on calories, tracking, macros, cooked weights, uncooked weights, all of the nuances that kind of go into making sure that we're doing the right things? Just give you guys a minute if anyone's thinking or typing. It's not like WhatsApp, you can't see if someone's typing. I meant to do some shout outs actually. Annoyingly, they're on my phone, and Thomas came in 5 minutes before this live. So you took my 5 minutes, Thomas. My phone's online. I can't view the data now. So I know Michelle was one of them. Absolutely incredible. And we shouted her out a little bit ago because she basically, Michelle came into this process because of like needing medication essentially to control like blood pressure output. And this is the point. Everybody thinks you have to have medication to control what's going on. No, you don't. So we shouted her out a bit ago for the reduction in medication, and now she is officially off all high blood pressure medication. That is what losing body fat, getting in good shape, building good habits, that is what it has done for her life, which by the way is, it sounds negligible. That is life changing. That is literally buying years onto your future. That's what she's managed to create. But so much more than that. Like she's got children, they're watching everything that's going on. Do you know what I mean? She's saving their futures as well. So definitely wanted to shout Michelle out. Who else did I want to shout out? I think it was Erin as well for absolutely smashing it. Came in a couple of weeks ago, absolutely taking the bull by the horns, listens to everything, implements all, absolutely crushing it, which is amazing. And anyone that's in the foundation phase group, I obviously did, she can take it, but obviously I did give a bit of a grilling with her refeed day choice. I was a bit like, this could be better. But it was a great example of so what she'd done basically she had like a chicken burger, but it was like breaded or something, like it had a coating, chips and like a burger bun, and I was like, you just kind of triple carb load there, which is fine in terms of calories, but we just want to be mindful. And there was absolutely no, she had like a shred of lettuce at the bottom of the burger. And I was like, I want to see all of your guys' plates. Like if I was to come to your house for dinner, I would expect to see some damn good vegetables on that plate or a damn good salad. I want to see the green items that you're actually implementing in as a part of your lifestyle, because I promise you, again, you will go further. There is a reason they say 5 fruit and veg a day. That's not just to take the piss and make everybody's life a bit more challenging. It is where good nutritional habits actually happen. I just burped into the microphone. Just the gas just comes up and I just realized I just put my head down to go, excuse me, and I'm like, oh, the microphone's right there. So apologies if you're on Instagram Live. I do apologize. It's just pregnancy. That's what it does. The gas is coming out. Right, does any one of my clients have anything at all that you wish to ask about? This could be half term, it could be Easter, could be sharing anything. It could be, what else could it be? Form check. I've done quite a lot of those recently. Been going through some really good mornings actually. So yeah, shout out to Diane. Really good morning form, which that's harder than it needs to sound, which is really helpful. So yeah, anything? Otherwise, we will all bounce. No, I'm going to take that as a win then. So, back to usual this week. So, Coach Cat is obviously on holiday. I'm trying to think when she gets back. I think she's actually back for check-ins. I think she gets back on Thursday, off the top of my head, Sunday through Thursday. So, just be mindful. Messages might come through at slightly, you might think, bloody hell, it's like silly o'clock in the morning or something like that. A slight time difference. But yeah, she should be back with us normally for check-ins. But yeah, allow her to have a little bit of peace and quiet. So if you've got any burning questions, you'll probably be hearing a lot more from me this week, or just obviously message me direct and I can come back to you. But yeah, have an incredible week, legends. I will love you and leave you all and see you on the flip side. Mwah. Have a good week, guys. See you later.